Welcome to the Colby Soil College Victory Garden. I'm Leon Milan, and today we're going to have a look at our Victory Garden, see what's happening. We had lots of rain in the last couple of weeks and days, and there are a couple of things we need to remember about rain. Rain brings all sorts of other things to our garden, like slugs. Everything that grew here disappeared. The slugs ate everything. So there are a couple of things to do with slugs. Since our gardens are so small, I encourage everybody every day to walk through the garden and do some hand control. You do slug collection. You get yourself a mason jar, add about 1/3 of water with some soap, and first thing in the morning you go through, and if there are slugs you throw them in your mason jar. What you could do, in fact I still have some here, put some old banana peels in your garden. The slugs love them. First thing in the morning, if you get here, pick up your banana peel and you'll be able to find 6 or 7 slugs on your banana peel. The other thing that slugs love, some of us have that in common with slugs, is they love beer. You could put some beer traps in your garden. What many people do is they just dig a hole, put a tiny little cup in there, fill the cup with beer, and then the slugs would crawl in and fall into that. I created another little trick, so there's one of them right in here. So basically what I did is I took a small little plastic bottle, as much as I don't like plastic in the garden, cut a little hole on both sides, and then I bury this in the garden all the way up so that the ground level is up at that bottom level of the hole. Pop it in the garden, open it up, put about 1/4 or so of beer in there. The slugs come at night, drop in there, float in the beer, love it, and never come back again. This, over a period of time, is going to get really gross. You can imagine it's full of slugs decomposing in fermenting beer. So all the dead slugs go straight back into the compost. They decompose, they become part of my compost again for next year. And the other thing about rain, we don't always think about that. We think, oh, rain is watering our garden, that's wonderful. All that water at the same time is leaching the nutrients down. And so we really need to think of adding food to our garden, because the rain is leaching the nutrients out of our garden. I have 2 favorites that I use in the garden. I use ProGrow. It is organic. It's really a byproduct of the chicken industry. So it's lots of chicken manure. And I add 1/4 cup to a plant every 2 weeks. Put 1/4 cup in my hand, and then I use my index finger, and we're going to fertilize this, a big old tomato here. Make a little circle with my finger, and then as I do that, I just release some of the ProGrow, and I scratch it in, and there we go. The second product that I like is fish fertilizer, and what's nice about that, we can use it in a liquid form. I use about slightly less than a cup, 100 milliliters or so, but you can use a cup for a whole 5-gallon bucket. Stir it well, mix a 5-gallon bucket, take a watering can, and then I go around and I water my plants. Tomatoes, at least about a pint or so per plant. For most of the other plants, I literally just go and make sure they get a good watering, and I do that every 2 weeks as well. There's a final thing about plant nutrition that many people don't know. The best food for plants are already here. They're in the soil. There's a manure farm under all our plants, because healthy soil is also living soil. In our little handful of soil, we have billions of bacteria and nematodes and fungi and arthropods and earthworms. All of them eat, and quite frankly, all of them poop. So they produce a whole amount of manure, and they convert things like nitrates into nitrites into nitrates. They convert things that makes it available to plants. By far the best way to feed our plants is to keep our soil healthy. And we keep our soil healthy by adding compost. We keep our soil healthy by making sure it's covered either with mulch or with plants. We keep our soil healthy by not compacting it, so I never ever put my feet in these gardens again. And we also keep our soil healthy by not killing that life, by not adding pesticides and chemicals that'll kill all the fungi and the nematodes. And if you have healthy soil, you will find you're not going to need that much fertilizer. It gets back to the old message, you know. I repeat it over and over. Healthy soil is going to give us healthy plants. And healthy plants is going to give us healthy food to eat.